Alright, I will start the gist immediately. No introduction, straight to the story, written in clear, simple, standard English, ad-friendly, professional, and engaging like real-time news. I will regularly remind viewers to like and subscribe, and I will pause and ask for your permission before continuing. I am starting now. Fan. What people are talking about right now across the country is the growing fear and tension coming out of Zamfara state. The stories moving around are heavy, emotional, and confusing for many people, especially online. Reports, videos, and voice notes have been circulating, claiming that bandits attacked military forces and that many soldiers lost their lives. While different numbers are being mentioned in different places, one thing is very clear. The security situation in Zamfara has once again become a major national concern. As you are listening to this, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel, because we bring you clear explanations of what is happening, without exaggeration and in a way everyone can understand. What is happening in Zamfara did not start today. For years, that area has been under pressure from armed groups who attack villages, highways, and sometimes security operatives. These groups move fast, they know the terrain very well, and they often strike when people least expect it. Because of this, both civilians and security forces have suffered painful losses over time. Recently, there have been renewed clashes between security forces and these armed groups. Communities have reported hearing gunshots, seeing people flee their homes, and witnessing fear spread again. Soldiers have been deployed to protect strategic areas, and there have been confrontations. Anytime soldiers are involved in fighting, emotions run high because these are people risking their lives to protect the country. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow and helps this information reach more people. Now, what made this situation even more sensitive is that it came shortly after public comments made by a well-known religious figure, Sheikh Ahmad Gumi. His past statements about insecurity have always generated strong reactions. Some people believe his words are misunderstood, while others feel his comments weaken the morale of security forces. Because of this division, anytime violence happens after he speaks, social media quickly connects the two, whether there is proof or not. It is important to slow down here and explain this clearly. In simple English, there is no confirmed official report that says a specific statement directly caused an attack. Conflicts like this are complex. They involve many factors such as poverty, poor governance, weak security coverage, criminal networks, and long-standing grievances. Linking one statement to an attack without solid proof can increase anger and spread fear. As you listen, please like the video and subscribe so you don't miss future updates and explanations like this. What we do know is this: armed groups in Zamfara and nearby states have become bold over time. They attack villages to steal food, animals, and money. They kidnap people for ransom. Sometimes they clash with security forces. When these clashes happen, both sides can suffer losses. Unfortunately, civilians are often caught in the middle, forced to run from their homes or live in constant fear. Many people online are angry. Some are frustrated. Some feel tired. They ask questions like, why is this still happening? Why do soldiers keep getting attacked? Why does it feel like the problem never ends? These are valid questions, and they show how deep the pain is. Please remember to like this video and subscribe, because your support helps us keep telling these stories responsibly. Another important point is misinformation. In times of crisis, exaggerated numbers spread very fast. One post says 10 people died, another says 50, another says more. This does not help anyone. It increases panic, hurts families emotionally, and sometimes disrespects the real sacrifices made by soldiers and civilians. That is why it is always better to rely on calm explanations and verified updates. Security sources have continued operations in the region, trying to weaken these armed groups and protect communities. These operations are difficult. The terrain is rough, the forests are wide, and the attackers often blend into local areas. This makes fighting them much harder than people imagine from far away. As this is happening, ordinary people in Zamfara just want peace. They want to farm, they want to trade, they want to send their children to school without fear. Soldiers on duty want to return home safely to their families. These are basic human desires. And they remind us that this crisis affects real lives, not just headlines. Please like and subscribe, and share this video so more people can understand the situation clearly. The conversation around how to solve this problem remains divided. Some people believe only strong security action can work. Others think dialogue and development must play a role. What everyone agrees on is that the current situation is not acceptable, and something must change. What we are seeing now is not just a Zamfara issue, it is a national issue. It affects food prices, internal displacement, national morale, and trust in institutions. When insecurity grows in one region, the impact spreads across the country. As this story continues to develop, emotions will remain high. There will be more videos, more claims, more arguments online. This is why calm, clear discussion is needed now more than ever. We must think carefully, speak responsibly, and focus on solutions instead of spreading fear. If you are finding this explanation useful, please like the video and subscribe right now. It helps a lot. As the situation continues to unfold, one thing that is very clear is that fear has returned strongly to many communities in Zamfara. People are not just worried about attacks, they are worried about uncertainty. Farmers are afraid to go to their farms, traders are scared to travel on certain roads, and families are sleeping with one eye open. This kind of environment affects daily life in a very serious way. When reports of attacks on soldiers spread, the reaction is always intense. Many Nigerians feel deep respect for the soldiers because they are seen as people standing between civilians and chaos. So anytime there is news of soldiers losing their lives, emotions rise quickly. Social media becomes heated, and people begin to ask hard questions about leadership, strategy, and commitment to security. Please take a second to like this video and subscribe so more people can hear this explanation in clear English. Another part of this story that many people are reacting to is the public debate that followed earlier statements made by influential voices. Some Nigerians believe that certain comments give confidence to criminal groups, while others argue that those comments were about finding long-term solutions. This disagreement has created a lot of noise, and unfortunately, the real victims of insecurity are sometimes forgotten in the argument. What needs to be said clearly is this: insecurity does not grow overnight, and it does not disappear overnight. Armed groups take advantage of weak systems, poor monitoring, and difficult terrain. They study security movements and look for opportunities. That is why even trained forces sometimes face serious challenges in these regions. As you are watching, please like the video and subscribe because we are breaking this down in a calm and responsible way. There is also the issue of trust. Many local communities feel they are caught between two dangers. On one side, they fear attacks from armed groups. On the other side, they worry that military operations could disrupt their lives or mistakenly harm innocent people. This lack of trust makes cooperation difficult, and without cooperation, it becomes harder to restore peace. Despite these challenges, security operations are still ongoing. Troops are being deployed, intelligence is being gathered, and efforts are being made to reduce the strength of these armed groups. Progress may be slow, but every step matters. The problem is complex, and simple answers will not fix it. Another thing people must understand is the danger of spreading unverified information. When exaggerated numbers or false details spread, it increases anger and panic. Families of soldiers and civilians are emotionally affected by such reports. Responsible communication is very important at times like this.